got to help me. I can't do it all by myself. No, you got to help me, baby.
I'm not from the community. I live near the community. My daughter and Ron Jr. went to school together at New Roads in Santa Monica. So the first thing I want to say is that there is a community of people who are not necessarily from Venice, but Venice, and who are all over Los Angeles, who are really, really disgusted at the LAPD. I have a couple questions. You mentioned a field database, right? A data report, H.E.L.P.E.R. Is that audited? That's software based?
Yes, it is.
Is it audited?
Yes, it is.
Who audits it?
Teams do.
Teams?
Outside entity within the police department, but outside the operation. That's when I said we have action items, those are part of the audit.
The results of those that audit is done what, yearly?
It can be done month to month, it just depends. It all depends on the number of contacts by the officer.
And are the results of those audits available to the public? Or do you have to file a FOIA?
That's a personnel record, so it would not be available. Personnel record.
Okay. The officers who were involved in the beating last week are part of a special unit. Are people here aware that there was another beating by these officers a month before?
These specific officers.
I will say this. There is a page on Facebook we have put up in support of Ronald. There are 10,000 people on it. Okay, the kids from New Road started the Facebook page because we're gathering information.
Yes.
If you have information about beatings or harassment in this area, find that Facebook page, find me, I will give you the link. There was a beating, okay? There was a beating 1 month ago, and the person, he wasn't beat, let me rephrase, he was stopped. There were witnesses. He was searched. He was accused of being a thief. He was handcuffed. It may be Stan, but I know who it is. He came forward. He has expressed, like other people in the meeting that was videotaped that you were a part of a couple days ago, the community is filled with fear. He's a professional person. He didn't file a report. And we went to him and we said, if you don't talk, you're educated, you're professional, if you don't talk about what happened to you, what hope do we have for other people?
That's right.
So he has written that report. It's 5 pages long. And he has identified one of the officers on that tape as being one of the same people who stopped him. So what I'm going to put out is that there may be some systemic issue here, if not with the 20 individuals who are part of that unit, with certain individuals. We know, and people are coming forward. Good people in the community are coming forward. So if you have any information, please get in contact with the Weekley family, anyone, so that we can gather this and actually help you make the changes that you want to make.
That individual would contact the LAPD Professional Standards Bureau. If he does not want to do that, he can bring that letter to Pacific Station, and we will forward that information to Internal Affairs.
My question specifically is, the past 2 VNC meetings, and this meeting also, when you're asked specifically about Oakwood, why do you allude to Venice being, a huge influx of tourists, people out of the country, but always skip around talking about Oakwood? Because the 2 VNC meetings and this meeting, when you're asked about Oakwood, specifically why does the task force or why these things go on, you skip and dance all the way around it and talk about, oh, well, the millions of tourists come in and, well, this happens, and we never get an answer from you. And you dance around it. It's very disingenuous, and I think the community, especially me, feels pretty disrespected by that. And I'm sure you would understand that when we see people dance around, especially answering direct questions.
I guess, what's your specific question?
My specific question is, why do you dance around when people ask you about Oakwood and why this specific task force? And the very first question tonight, you danced around and started talking about so many tourists in Venice. This is why do you dance around the questions about Oakwood?
That wasn't my intention. If you look at the Oakwood Venice Task Force, okay, it starts Oakwood Venice Task Force. All those officers are assigned to that specific area. So I talk about it in in general terms, and maybe I need to stop doing that, talk about Oakwood specifically, in Venice, the canals, but I kind of lump that together because it's the Oakwood Venice Town.
Do you understand the history of the Los Angeles Police Department and the years of brutality that we as a community and all of Los Angeles face? I mean, you do understand that this is a very brutal police force that is being militarized, and we see it every day. So, do you understand that and why we have that concern?
I certainly understand that certain individuals of the community believe that the LAPD may be corrupted. But I would ask, based on the consent decree and the things that are being done, that you don't paint us with a broad brush. And allow us to come to a point where we have dialogue, we get through this investigation, and the facts are what the facts are. But to say it's a broad brush that we're all corrupt, I think is inaccurate, obviously.
My name is Leroy Lewis. The reason I want to speak is I want to tell you a little story about what happened to me. One day I'm out, can we please just, it's only going to take me about 2 minutes. I'll speak as fast as I possibly can. All right, I'll try to hurry up and get it over. This is what I'm doing. I'm out on the beach, I'm swimming in the ocean, right? The lifeguards, they come in and yank me out the water. They start to fight with me. They throw me on the back of a boat. They handcuff me to the stern of the boat, or the little stern. They drop me off in the Marina Del Rey, right? They throw me over to the Marina Del Rey police. The police spray me with mace, beat my ass, throw me in the back of a police car, throw drugs in my nose with some shit, drop me off at a mental institution in Torrance. Now, I was really upset about that. I came back here. Amazingly, somehow on the news, they showed me being saved by the lifeguards. And they end up coming up there later. Now, a week later, I'm dehydrated, I'm swimming again in the ocean. I go up to Santa Monica Pier. I'm at the pier, I need water and a hot dog. I ask for water and a hot dog. No one gives me water and a hot dog. I beg terribly. I ask everyone who's there. The police drag me out. They beat me again. One officer dragged my face across the metal plate on the middle of the street. This is where I got this scar from. I was burned, I was dehydrated, I was beaten, I was insulted by the Santa Monica police and the Marina Del Rey police. I have a question. What should I do to address this problem, to keep this from happening to other people? You.
I've already responded to that question. Until we supremely organize.
What should I do?
Listen up, brother. Until we organize ourselves as a community, that's the only way we're going to change policy. We're not dealing with an isolated case. This is happening all over the country. It's been happening before I was even born. So the only way we're going to be able to respond to law enforcement and government officials properly, same thing Martin Luther King did, sir. Organize. The same thing Malcolm X did, sir. Organize. And it starts with us first. You get to know me, I get to know you, I get to know her, I get to know her, and we begin to come together in a room and talk about how we're going to change policy. All we got to do is look at the ones that's done it. That's it.
It's not the entire police force that is causing the problem. It's just individual officers. I've been attacked twice by individual officers who basically they feel that they're above the law. They're going to go out there, kick somebody's ass when they feel like it, how they feel like it. That person's rights are being abused. They can't like just go out and beat people up on the street for no reason.
All right, well, what we got to do, thank you, brother. I'm going to make you know who I am. I'm going to give you my number so we can come together in another meeting.
Sign the form.
Hi, my name is Kendra Moore, and I've been a resident in Venice for 47 years, all my life. I was born and raised in Venice. And I just want to know, just ask, what happened? We all know what happened to our community. It's a bigger picture than this. It didn't just start at Ron. Ron was just in the process. It just got caught, okay? Now, we know that our community has went through a tremendous change. And when our community changed, our police force changed with the change of the community. So we see the difference from Abbott Kinney. We see the difference from Rose now. So the skateboarding stopped when everybody started having open eating sessions out on the sidewalk. Is it because it might disturb their drinking and eating? So now here it is, people. Look at the big picture. Our community changed. Our police department has changed. What happened to the police officers that you knew from day to day? They changed. Each police officer come through here, there's a different police officer through here. They don't know the community. It was a time to where the police officer knew the community. We knew our police officer and our police officer knew us. So when it changed, it didn't change for us. And then they changed the community and changed the name. Venice has always been Venice. Now where Oakwood comes from, the Oakwood area, they know Oakwood area. The area is at Oakwood Park. Venice is called Venice, California, with the zip code of 90291. Now where everybody getting this Oakwood area from, it ain't no Oakwood. Oakwood is at Oakwood Park, wherever that address is on 2nd Street. And we would be appreciated if we wouldn't be separated. And we want to know as and I'm not going to say the black community because Oakwood was just not black. It was Hispanic, it was Japanese, it was all. Just like it is today, but it's just fewer of us there. Why cut us out of the process and put us in a category and say the Oakwood area? So when everything goes on in Venice, it's the Oakwood area because the people by the beach that pay millions of dollars for their property don't want to be addressed with the situation that happens. Things happen everywhere. But what we want to see in Venice is we want the police department to change back to the community knowing the police, who's patrolling, and the police know who's in the community, and this wouldn't have happened to Ron if it had been original to where the police work for the community and know their people in their community instead of changing officers from day to day.
My name is Chitan Valentine, and I've been around a long time. I've had family here in Venice, and I know a lot of people in Venice. And my question is, what was the worst traffic violation? A young man on a skateboard or someone in a car not stopping for a stop sign? Okay, well let me tell you. This young man was on a skateboard who no one knows really what the skateboard rules are because we've never had it. And another thing too, I say this to all these people with badges. My sister and I can sit on 7th and Vernon Avenue and see cars go through and they're not stopping for a stop sign. They do not do a rolling stop. And I've asked other neighbors on their street and people are not. And they're mostly white, but all the black people and the brown people and whatever else, we're afraid not to, and we obey the law. But yet the police officers will go down there and see a dog off leash, they keep going. They worry more about those benches down there. I think the police should do a DNA test on the benches, maybe they're gold. And another thing, I'll tell you what I think it was with this special force. They're lazy. They came to work, they wanted something easy, and they decided to stop a young man on a skateboard. They're lazy.
All right, everybody that is planning on organizing, have they signed their name and put their number on that board over there? Email, information, we will definitely be getting back to you all. We want to thank you. We want to thank our law enforcement rep. We want to thank Bill Rosenthal. We want to thank the people for coming out. And this is adjourned our meeting. Thank you.
Got to help me. I can't do it all by myself. No, you got to help me, baby. I can't do it all by myself. I can't do it all by myself.